How you doing, guys, and welcome to this special update video where we're going to be talking a little bit about what's going to be coming on the channel in Football Manager 2023. Yes, the time has come for us to talk about what's going to be coming up on the channel with the new game. Realistically, I probably should have done this video about a month ago, but to be honest, I've been a bit confused as to which team we were going to be taking over on the beta save for the new Football Manager game. And I've really only just come to the decision, to be honest with you. So I'm going to talk you through what the options were. The first team that I was going to use, and then I quickly realised that I think everyone's going to be using this team, was going to be Newcastle United. It's an obvious one, let's be honest. Everyone's going to want to use Newcastle because of the amount of money they've got. They've just had a season where the improvements have started to show, and everyone's going to wait and see how long it's going to take them to kick off and become one of football's new superpowers. But instead of doing that, I decided, actually, there are a couple of better clubs out there, and there's a couple of better clubs who have been doing really well in recent times who could do with a bit of an uplift, and one club in particular caught my eye. That was Leicester City. Leicester are a modern time Premier League winning club and an FA Cup winning club, and also a Community Shield winning club, which if you've watched any of my videos, you'll know the Community Shield, one of the most important trophies in world football. So I looked at them and thought that's a really good one to do. But is it? In terms of the challenge, it's absolutely fantastic. But is it for a beta save? Because for a beta save, I won't lie to you guys, I only really want to do 1 or 2 seasons, maybe 3 at a push. So I've shelved that, and we might come back to Leicester at some point. So the club that I'm going to be taking over, it's a bigger club than Leicester. It's a big club in the Premier League, but it's a club that I do think needs a bit of a rebuild, and it's getting one in real life at the moment because of a new manager who's come in, and that club is Chelsea. Yes, we're going to be taking on the blue part of the London clubs in the Premier League. We're going to be taking on Chelsea, and we're going to be seeing whether we can turn them back into a Premier League and possibly even European superpower. Again, the target is 2 seasons. We'll do a third if we feel like we need to. But I'm really looking forward to it. I would imagine, obviously we don't know yet because the game hasn't come out, I'd imagine we've got money to spend. There's a good squad of players there already that just needs a bit of fine-tuning and tweaking and working on. I'm looking forward to see what we can do with that squad. I mean, I don't really have many other plans for it other than that at the moment. We're just going to take the charge of the club and going to see what happens. I might actually stick with Chelsea's 5 at the back formation or 3 at the back with attacking wing backs. I might stick with that because I've never really used 3 at the back successfully in Football Manager, so we might try and set the challenge that we have to use a 3 at the back formation or a 5 at the back formation. So we'll see what happens with that. Not 100% sure how that's going to go, but that's the club we're going to be doing. I was going to do a rebuild for Chelsea in FN22. I then shelved that and moved it to FN23, but we're going to do it for the beta instead. But what's going to come after that? Well, what's going to come after that is going to be my own version of a Journeyman Road to Glory type save. I'm going to be calling it My Career. The reason why I'm calling it My Career is very simple. What if tomorrow I woke up and I decided I wanted to go and get my coaching badges? It's not going to happen. Spoilers. But let's imagine that it did happen. What would happen if I then found myself in a job in the National League, North or South? I've got a couple of clubs in mind. I haven't fully decided yet, but it is going to be very much like if you watch things like Lelujo's Non-League to Legend or Park to Prem or things like that. It's going to be my version of that. It's not going to be reinventing the wheel. You know what's going to come from it. We're going to start small. We're going to aim big. We're going to be looking to win the Champions League in a career that hopefully will span a good number of years. Obviously, the longest save we've had at the moment has gone up to a 5th season on the channel. I'm looking to double that, if not triple it. I would like to go till the 2040s maybe. That could be quite interesting, where we just get to the point where it's nothing but new gens in the game. I think that could be quite fun. The one thing I don't think I will be doing on the channel this year is I don't think I'll be doing an Aston Villa save. Obviously, last year in FN21, when I started right at the tail end of FN21 on YouTube, I didn't do Villa on the channel at all, other than a highlight video or 2 from Twitch. I did an FN21 Champions League final special, and I did a series review roundup on the channel as well. So it's one of those things. I don't think I'll do Villa again because I've ended up doing Villa at the end of this season. So we'll see what happens. For now, I'm going to say, unless it comes up in My Career and we go and move to Villa at some point during that, I'm taking Villa off the table. So I don't really know what we're going to be doing after the My Career save, but I do know that we are still going to do a few rebuilds. I've already got some clubs in mind on what we're going to do, and I might do some one-off saves as well if we have the time. So things like the way that we're going to be doing the Chelsea save is going to be like a one-off 2-3 season save. I might do a couple of things like that where it's like a more extensive rebuild. Again, although I've decided not to do Newcastle for the beta, I might do Newcastle further in the year. Same with Leicester, I might do those clubs. I'm also looking to do more clubs outside of England as well. Obviously this year we've done West Ham United, we've done Villa, and then in between those we've done Parma as well, along with a couple of rebuilds from some of the bigger clubs outside of the Premier League as well. So we'll see what we do with that. Other than all of that, I probably should talk about Twitch. I have been absent on Twitch for some time, and it kind of pains me to think that I've not been there. I am planning on returning. I am going to be returning with Football Manager 2023 content. I haven't decided what that content is yet. It might be the place where we do something like a Newcastle or a Leicester. It might even be where we do the rebuilds, and maybe we play through the rebuild season over on Twitch, and then we just record the highlight bits that we need to put in for the YouTube video. I'm not too sure yet, but I've got ideas. I haven't just nailed down what we're going to do yet, but I will be back on Twitch at some point. All of which is left for me to say is FM22. I've loved it. As you're watching this, I think the Villa save will either be done, or there might be something coming up with it as well. I'm not 100% sure when this is going to come out. I feel like this might come out around the finale of the 3rd season. I'm not going to give away what happens in the 3rd season, but oh boy, it's a stonker. It's something, all right? Don't miss it. Whatever you do, do not miss it. But yeah, FM22 has been fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, I only started playing in FM20, so I'm still relatively new to the game, but I feel like I've picked it up. I feel like I do pretty well on Football Manager, actually. I feel like I need to challenge myself a little bit more. So on the My Career stuff, I'll go on to how I'll be making it a bit more of a challenge in its own separate video when we get to that point. But as far as FM22 is concerned, I think the game has been fantastic. I think it's been the best one I've played out of the 3 that I've played. And I am looking forward to seeing how the new improvements in FM23 make that experience a lot better. I feel like things like the new way of the scouting is done, some of the new screens to do with seeing your squad and things like that, the new improvements that are apparently going to be in the match engine as well. There's so many things that I really like the sound of that I cannot wait to see in person and get my hands on. And then when FM23 comes out, assuming I'm not at work, because last year it came out while I was at work, which is really frustrating. If it doesn't come out while I'm at work, I will be on it on day one. If I can get the Twitch machine working, I'll try and do a stream on Twitch while I'm doing it and turn that into a YouTube video. But if not, it will just be a YouTube video when I've got a chance to record it and edit it. But for now, that's going to be it. Hopefully you're looking forward to my plans on FM23. Remember, we start with Chelsea in the beta. We do a My Career where we're starting in the National League North or South. And then along with that, we're going to be doing some rebuilds and maybe some one-off saves as well. And then further in the year, we might pick another foreign team like we did with Parma. And we'll take a team from a lower league and build them up into being a superpower in that country. But until the next time, I will see you either in another Aston Villa video or in FM23. I can't wait. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed and you're looking forward to the future content coming up on the channel, please leave a like on the video and subscribe so you don't miss any of that future content coming up from this face right here. I've been Stu, you guys have been awesome, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.